Welcome to Rooster's Restorations. I want to do a greeting video to let you guys know what all I'm into. Obviously, there's a bunch of red tractors there. Um, so my grandfather bought that Farmall in 1947, and it was the only tractor he bought brand new in his entire lifetime, and I got that back from my cousin, and it's stuck, so we're going to be completely restoring it to like the 706 on the end, which I call that my show pony, and or Herschel, because, or excuse me, Russell. The one next to it is Herschel. So everybody's named after their original owners, and the Farmall H is Merlin. Merlin the Great, I think we're going to call that one, because it did a great deal of work. Alright, but we're also all about Mopars. There is just a couple of my toys. The Coronet is going to be sporting a blown 440 very soon. There is a Roadrunner that I've had for 48 years, I believe. 43 years. And a 70 Charger I've had for 42 years. And another special Charger with a blown 426 Hemi. We'll get to that. So in the meantime, I want to let you know what I've done for a living for a long time, and I have a ridiculous collection of vintage boats, and I love Scott outboards. They are nothing more than a 3-cylinder pissed-off chainsaw with a prop, and they just scream. They're a lot of fun. This boat here, we're going to go in detail on what it is. It's a Sea King boat with a 60-horse Scott. Pretty simple intro on that. But we're going to be going through every one of the 25 boats in my collection and their story, because some of these boats that I have an incredible story, like the one in my garage, which we'll get to that in another video. Didn't want to go into a whole lot of details here, but I got span boats, I got Starcraft, I got Crestliner, I got Pipestone. That's a Pipestone Warrior. And a Dana hull guard trailer made by Dana Corporation. No one's even heard of those. I've been an avid member of Fiberglassics for, oh my God, 20 years. That's a Crestliner Flying Crest, identical restoration to what my parents had in 1963. This is actually my grandfather's Queen Mary, which started all of this stuff. So everything for the river. And now it's bleeding over into the 5th generation of our family because of that. This is going to be a very unique video too, because this is a one-of-one span LeSabre. Not going to spill the beans on that one yet either. This boat belonged to a really good friend of mine. His father bought it brand new in 1960, and that is probably the rarest Crestliner I think I've ever had. Because it too is a one-of-one left in the world. So all of these are going to find their way to some form of breakdown video of what they are. This is me just being stupid because it's got twin 75 horse Johnsons on it, and it's going to be kind of a resort rescue boat, kind of sheriff power boat type thing, and it's going to be really cool when it's done. Just kind of mocking it all up right now. It takes time. This particular boat here is one of one, and it is a Magnolia Siamese, only made 16-foot Siamese, only made in 1960. There were several cat boats that were made after that, and why is my camera freaking out? But we're going to go into that. This boat here is a 3-point hydroplane. It's called a Hydrocraft Fantasy 15. It's powered by twin 75 horse McCullochs, and it was a lot of fun, but I kind of retired it off to do some restoration on it. But too many boats, too little time. This boat is stupid rare, and I wanted one since I was 13, and I got one given to me, and I'm grateful for it. It is a dual Mystery 17. As far as I know, there's only 3 of these, maybe 4, that are known to exist, and that in itself has an incredible story behind why they got pulled off the market. I will get to that in one of my videos, and I will talk about this extensively, because the ones that are out there are cool, but they're dangerous. They turn into aircrafts after 50 miles an hour for some bizarre reason. which we'll talk about the design flaw. This one here is a CB Avenger. Now, CB Avengers were started by Bobby Brown that worked originally with Ray Legger at Power Cat Boats, and it's Ray's nephew. So, you know, the whole story on Power Cats too, because I do have them as well. And been a member of the Power Cat community for a long time. Aluminum boats. Well, Alumacraft Deep Seas are just plain and simple, neat and fast and fun. And these both have windshields for them, but they're in the process of being on the list to be restored, as well as the teeny trailers underneath them. This is going to be replicated after the very first boat build I ever did when I was 19 years old. And I am 63. You do the math. This is a Chrysler Charger. I just had to have a Chrysler Charger because I own 2 Dodge Chargers. So, and I've owned many. This is an original Chrysler Courier, so we're going to be talking about that. And we're probably not going to talk about those guys because they're all for sale. Everything from Spans and Cadillacs and that green thing down there I call the Green Hornet. And there's actually an 18-foot Power Cat for sale too in that mess. And some of them are going to see their fate in a landfill, I'm afraid to say. I do a lot of customer work. That's a majority of customer boats. That particular fishing boat's got to go. But that's how this goes. Also, there is a Magnolia Barracuda, which, of course, you know, me and Mopars, I just had to have a Cuda. So we'll be opening all that up and looking at all these and many more. And you know, don't look at that. That's just a 70 Sports Fury, numbers matching 383 car. No one cares. Well, someone who might buy it would care because it is for sale. Oh yeah, that's my son's boat down there on the end, but that's not cool enough to be in here, or is it? So so as we wander around the Mopar Ranch, is what everybody seems to call this, but there's probably more boats than there is Mopars. Well, that's a given because that's the paycheck. Oh, another Farmall. Go figure. Does a lot of work around here. Just absolutely love that one. Anyway, I have a collection of Mercuries, which this is just a small part of them. It grows a lot, and that barn is full of parts, which I really would like to clear that out. So we do have stuff for sale. We do sell a lot of motors. I build a lot of engines for people, and so that's a lot there. My collection of Chryslers and Scotts, which as of today just grew 6 more Chryslers, thanks to Too Tall. My buddy Tom, he's too tall because he's 7'11". Imagine that. He can pick those up and carry them. Anyway, and that old boat there is my Chris, and I've had that since 1998. Twin 502 Bulldogs, 500 horse apiece, and it's just 3.5 tons of fun. But it's thirsty. It likes 35 gallons an hour at 70 miles an hour, so we don't use it much. Anyway, I just kind of wanted a little intro of what's going on here. We're going to take a little walk inside the shop, and to give you an idea on that, I want to kind of keep this to a 10-minute intro. And here we go. Oh yeah, Mancini Racing. Going to do a shameless plug for them because we buy a ton of stuff from Mancini, as well as 440 Source. So I can't say enough great about those 2 particular companies. And I mentioned something about a 426 Charger, 70 Charger. There's a motor for that right there. It's got a long ways to go, but it's kind of like if you're on a budget and you want to build a car over time, you collect parts. And so that's kind of how this has been going. I do have a crank for it now. I got to get a different snout because I want to run an alternator power steering, because it's going to go from a 2,500 horse blown drag motor to detuned to around 800 to 1,000 horse for streetability and so on there. Remember that Coronet you saw sitting out there? Yeah. Oh, never mind that pink towel. That's just me being catty. Okay, it's dirty, but it's going to get all purdied up, and it's going to find its way in that cornet and go back to singing a song. So, just kind of wanted to give you guys a brief overview of what's going on here. My shop's always a mess because I work on a ton of stuff, and my son comes here once in a while. And it's always like a hurricane happened after he leaves. You know how kids are. They come, they use your stuff, and they leave everything laying everywhere. And maybe an occasional, oops, I made a boo-boo. Anyway, take care. Like and subscribe if you want to see some interesting things. I already just posted a video on this. Lipstick on a pig. We're going to get into a lot more of that later. But we're based out of Minnesota. Been restoring stuff for 48 years. And I'm going to continue with that for the balance of my days. So, there's just a quick walk around. I do believe that you guys would have a really good time with a lot of the videos I'm going to do if you're boat collectors or Mopar muscle car people. Also, I can't say enough good about drag racing and my whole history in that, and that's just a lot to talk about later on down the line. So anyway, like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll enjoy what I have going on. Bye bye.